Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel and to the Tyre Shredders Racing. We are back for race 3. Well, there was supposed to be 3 anyway. We couldn't bring you that one because of technical difficulties. But this is race 3, but it is actually race 2. You know, I'm sure you're keeping up. We are still at Road Atlanta in Georgia. 2.5 miles and 12 turns ahead of these guys in this 20-minute race. Tyre rules, well, mediums and softs are available. It's up to the guys when they use them, and obviously we are in the GR4s. So without further ado, we will crack on and get down the grid on this one. It is a reverse grid for this race. So Chris is in pole position, Corky is in second, Johnny third, Lightning Rat fourth, Si is fifth, Apex is sixth, Carlsberg seventh, Racing Sim sixth is in 8th position. 9th on the grid is the Froxy Dev, and Matty Cake, winner of the last race, is now at the back in 10th. And as you can see, as you look down the back straight, or the home straight rather, it's gone very dark, and the local council have switched most of the lights out as well, which makes it more exciting. So we'll see how we get on, shall we, with this race. And it is lights out, and we are away. Oh, who's that has had a bit of a lightning rat? Actually shot off at the start and tried to get around the rest of the guys, but everybody's back facing the way they should as Chris takes us through turn 1. We'll just follow them down as Hill gets 3 and 4 abreast in there, as Carlsberg just following Johnny and Sire's. Johnny and Si are already at it with the penalties. Sire's picked up a penalty already. Quite sure what that was for, but a bit of door bashing session has gone on, so Si will be cussing and cursing already. Maybe it was turn 2. You do tend to pick a penalty up at turn 2 if you take too much of the curve, so that's probably what's happened to Si. So Chris still out in front in the GTR as we go around turn 6 and then 7, and then we're on to the back straight. Oh, Johnny gets a little bit of a slide going around turn 7, but recovers. Si in second, but he has got that penalty to serve. Carlsberg is sitting right up there behind him. Let's just jump on board with Carlsberg as we go by Si and try and get tucked right underneath the rear wing of Chris. He's not close enough yet, and all we can see behind his headlights as we go down into the chicane for the first time in this second race. Nice and easy from Carlsberg as we go through there, and well, that rear wing really is in the way, isn't it? But whenever we go uphill we can see, so we'll come out of there. Matty Cake has already made his way up to 3rd, so from 10th to 3rd in the first lap. Well, Matty Cake is not messing about, is he? He fancies this. He's already got his foot on the podium. Now he wants to get a few steps higher and get back onto the top one, as he did in race 1. So fantastic race so far from Matty Cake. Apex Wolf, he's having a better show so far. I know it's only on lap 2, but it seems to be doing okay at the minute. He's sitting in 4th. Racing Sim in 5th. He has got Froxy Dev all over him, and those two are going to be swapping positions as they just go around turn 6 and 7. It's whoever's on the inside, and it looks like Racing Sim has got the better of Johnny there. Johnny slots into 6. He's got Froxy Dev alongside him, so these two now having a sprint all the way down this back straight, trying to catch up to Racing Sim. Now, who is it? It looks like it's Johnny that's got the slipstream. Oh, now then, are they going to go 3 wide into the chicane? No, 2 wide, but even so, and we got round. Fantastic bit of racing from these guys. Again, that could have got a bit messy, couldn't it? But good racing, no contact through that chicane, and everybody's still really bunched up, so no proper gaps opening. What's that, a balloon? Oh, Johnny, big slide from Johnny at turn 1. Fantastic racing with Racing Sim as they come around that final turn, and let's just have a look and see what's happened to Johnny here. Well, we still didn't see it, did we? But let's just try again. We'll do the drone shot. So we're on board with Johnny now. I'm not sure if there was a tap from anybody. No, he just lost it. He got onto the grass, didn't he? That's his two wheels on the left got onto the grass, and there we go. Off into the Kittiliter to make sandcastles, and all the way down to 9th. And I was just about to say 9th, but we've lost one from the first race. I'm not sure who it is, but poor old Johnny, all the way down in 9th now. So back up to the top. Oh, and we've missed the move as Carlsberg. Let's have a look. Well, they're swapping and changing, weren't they? It looks like Carlsberg got the move done at the chicane, and or just before the chicane actually. Then Chris fought it back, and then Carlsberg retaking the lead. So now Carlsberg is in the lead of this race. He's got Matty Cake all over him though. Winner of race 1, Matty Cake, so we know how quick he is, and he's going to be looking to try and get Carlsberg as quick as he can. But Carlsberg defending at the minute. I think Matty Cake's just going to sit behind him. He's in no great rush, is he? He knows he's got the long back straight to come, where he can tuck underneath Carlsberg's rear wing and make his move then. Now, if he can get it done before that, maybe even before they get to turn 6, that could be one of his plans. Let's jump on board with Matty Cake as we chase Carlsberg down towards turn 6 for the 3rd time. Good defending from Carlsberg. Shuts down that inside line, but oh, he's drifted wide, and he's opened the door now. Matty Cake didn't need asking twice, did he? He saw the gap and just went for it. So Matty Cake in his usual familiar position of P1, and Carlsberg chasing him down in P2. Now Carlsberg, really, I think best thing he could do is just sit behind Matty Cake actually for a few laps. See where he does his braking, etc. Pick up a few tips, and then if he can stay close enough to him, he can make a move on him on the back straight. In 3rd, we've got the Froxy Dev in the Mazda. Bit of a gap between himself and Carlsberg, and then himself and Chris, so not a big gap, but it is a little bit of a breathing space for Froxy Dev, so he can gather his thoughts and think about what he's going to do about getting onto the back of the Carlsberg. Although if Carlsberg keeps going deep into these turns, as he has done, there you go, Froxy's all over him now as they go into the S's. I think Carlsberg sort of invited Froxy to get onto the back of him as he's trying to go through turn 2, I think it was. But Carlsberg still in P3, P2, Froxy in 3, Chris into P4. So a better race for Chris this time out. He just needs to try and stay out of trouble. Racing Sim is in 5, then we've got Apex in 6, then we've got 2 guys behind, both with penalties, Sai and Corky. They just seem to be collecting them, don't we? That 2 seconds is very harsh for Sai. Whatever it was he did, it is what they say, he's been a very naughty boy if he gets 2 seconds. Johnny in 8th, and a bit of a late move, but a good clean move for Johnny up the inside of Corky there at turn 10A. But Corky fighting back now. That Mazda really has got some beans to it, hasn't it? As Apex getting caught up in the battle that's going on here. So Johnny in 6th, then Racing Sim in 7th. Racing Sim goes up the inside of Johnny at turn 1. So Corky getting a little bit out of shape, but managed to hold on to it. It's difficult to see what's going on, isn't it? When it's so dark, they need to switch the bloody lights on. But Johnny down in 8th and Sai down in 9th. He's got some catching up to do, hasn't he? Back up to the top now, Matty Cake doing what he did in race 1, and he really is opening up a gap. Froxy into 2nd, and Carlsberg now in 3rd. Oh, he's gone deep again. You do not want to keep going across the dirt and grass there. Oh, he's picked a penalty as well, so that's unlucky for Carlsberg. Come on, Carlsberg, we're all rooting for you. Chris in 4th. and then we've got a big group of 4 now then. And we're going 3 wide this time into the chicane. Well, everybody got through there, and I've got to admit I'm pretty surprised at that. I thought we were going to see people all over the place, so well done to these 4 guys. That was a brilliant bit of racing into that chicane. I really did think we were going to see car parts and wheels bouncing all over the place, but brilliant stuff from these guys. Racing Sim just heading it up in 5th. We've got Apex Wolf. Well, Apex Wolf is now moved up into 5th. Corky is in 6th. Racing Sim 7th. Johnny is 8th, and Cy, well, he's caught up to the back of them now, hasn't he? So he can join this party as well. And this is really where the battle's happening. Chris just holding on to P4, but he's got the Wolves chasing him down. You got Apex leading the pack, and everybody else is after him now as Apex goes through into P4, Chris into P5, through turn 7. We are still trying to... Oh, as Apex goes very deep and Chris retakes P4 again. Racing Sim gets into the slipstream of Chris and manages to go past Apex as well. So Racing Sim now up to 5th. Apex Wolf in 6th. Who's that's got a penalty? It's Apex Wolf. A 1 second penalty. No, it's Cy. Cy, well, he just seems to have a permanent penalty above the car, doesn't he? Poor old Cy. The only thing about these night shots is the great view you get of these brake discs glowing red hot when the guys try and get them cars to slow down. Very expensive as well, these brake discs. I believe they are the ceramic ones, about £1,000 a corner. So, and the guys do have to get them changed at the end of every race. And well, look at the penalties being dished out now. As soon as Cy serves one, he picks another one up. But they are still going, and it is still fantastic racing, isn't it? Here, let's try and work out where everybody is as Apex picks up a 1 second penalty. So Carlsberg, well, everybody's got a penalty. Let's just give everybody a penalty. Carlsberg in 3rd. Apex is in 4th. These guys are just not taking a breather, are they? Chris is in 5th. He's just trying to stay out of trouble, I think, is Chris, and if he can carry on as he is, he may be able to nick P4 from Apex, although Johnny's got other ideas. Johnny goes up the inside of Chris, which pushes him slightly wide. I don't think there was any contact. I just think Chris was trying to avoid a collision. Cy there in 6th, getting a little bit wobbly is Cy. Where's he gone? There he is. Cy's getting a little bit wobbly. He's now got 2 second penalty. So poor old Cy, he seems to catch the group up. He gets himself up into 5th or 6th position, then picks up a load of penalties and ends up back down at the back again. That must be pretty frustrating for him. Let's just go up somewhere in the middle and find out what's going on. Let's just go on board with Chris, shall we? So we've got Racing Sim just in front of us. A lot of light flashing taking place. Now whether that's a dodgy connection or he's just letting Racing Sim know he's coming. Oh no, can he get that car slowed down? I think he just about has. And have we got somebody up the inside? No, he's just in the mirrors. So up to turn 1 they go. And again, this is where you can pick the penalties up into turn 2. Oh, it's all getting a bit touchy-feely. And it is now 2 abreast into the S's, and that is not what you want to be doing. Somebody is not going to come out of there cleanly. Oh, Chris goes through. Racing Sim has to slot in behind him. Apex is in there as well. This is all fantastic stuff. In fact, it's gone very dark there, that close. Now then, who's going up the inside? Let's come out of this and we can see what's going on. All we can see his headlights, really, isn't it? As Chris goes through turn 7. Good exit from Chris, actually. But Racing Sim and Apex, and Racing Sim and Apex are having a proper touchy-feely session, aren't they? And poor old Racing Sim has got stuck in the middle. Chris getting swamped. Oh, now it's all kicked off. It's gone. What is going on? This is fantastic spectator sport, but I'm sure the guys in the cars are not really loving it that much. Let's have a look. Apex and Racing were really sort of having a bit of a touchy-feely session. Apex is trying to get back onto the track. Racing Sim's trying to go through the middle of the 2 of them, and then, they all have a bit of a coming together. And yeah, we'll let the stewards pick that one to bits, because that's not for me to call. It was just very, very messy. Poor old Cy back down there in 9th. as Matty Cake, he's missing all of this, isn't he? He's having a proper boring race. You need to slow down, Matty Cake, let the guys catch up and you can get involved in this as well. So we're just approaching 12 minutes, so 8 minutes left of race 2. And yeah, Matty Cake really is missing out on all the fun. Proxy Dev also, he's in P2 and he's under no pressure whatsoever. There's nobody around him, nobody in front, nobody behind. So yeah, he's missing out on all the fun as well. Carlsberg sitting in 3rd, having a great race is Carlsberg. Hopefully, I'm fingers crossed for you, Carlsberg, you're going to get onto the podium. I don't think the light, I do like the Genesis, but I don't think the lights are very good, especially at the back. Can't really see them very well, can you? Lick of flames coming out of the twin pipes at the back there as Carlsberg goes through the gears. So Johnny now in 4th. We're going to see if we can try and pick our way through this group. So it just seems to have calmed down a little bit. Johnny in 4th, Chris in 5th with Corky in 6th, Racing Sim in 7th, Si in 8th in the other Genesis, and Apex down in 9th. So well, after all of that shenanigans, it's all calmed down a little bit and they've spread out. So let's just go back up and see what's going on. Carlsberg in 3rd, as we say. Right, Chris and Corky seem to be the ones battling at the minute. Chris with a half a second. This track really is dishing out the penalties, isn't it? Very frustrating for the guys, and well, it's pretty obvious actually. The key to winning this race, as Matty Cake's doing it, is stay out of trouble and don't pick any penalties up. As Chris enters into the S section and goes through turns 3, 4. Through turn 5, and then it's power down this small straight section of track towards turn 6 and 7, the double right hander, and you need to get a great exit out of turn 7 so you can get on up the straight. Chris looks like he's got his foot down nice and early, so a good exit for him, but he has got that half second to serve. So Corky, he will have seen that, and he'll be looking to take that position away from Chris if he can, but he's got Racing Sim and Johnny chasing him, and this is where they all start to get messy again. Let's just have a look as we go down the hill towards the chicane. Chris at the back of this little group now after serving that penalty, as Johnny goes through, Corky goes through, Racing Sim goes through, and Chris. So all good, clean racing through the chicane this time around as they come across the line to start lap 11. Oh, Racing Sim goes across the grass. It's a good job he's in a Subaru, isn't it? Oh no, I thought he'd managed to hold on to it, but a double pirouette, and off he goes. Bit of a kiss with barrier, and he's struggling now. He needs to just get out of the way of Si, because this could get nasty as well. Si just manages to avoid Racing Sim. So unfortunately, Racing Sim now finds himself at almost at the back of the group again. Wow, I think I need a drink. This is getting too exciting for me. We're just coming up to 15.5 minutes of this race. So another 4.5 minutes to go. The damage on Corky's car, he's got front damage, back damage, and his rear right tyre as well. Now I'm not sure if the heavy damage is on, which means that the only way of getting it sorted out is to come into the pit. If not, then these cars are fitted with nanobots and they are self-repairing, but it doesn't look like the nanos have been switched on, and Corky may well be carrying that damage around till the end of the race. So that's going to slow him down. It's going to mess with the aerodynamics as well. Si, he's not got any damage, he's not got a penalty either. So well done to Si. In 7th, Racing Sim, he has got damage front and back, and his rear left tyre has took a bit of a bashing as well. He's currently in 8th and chasing Si down. Oh, Si just dips his tyres onto the grass. That's good. Racing Sim the incentive to go through, and he does. So Racing Sim now moves up into 7th. We've got Corky in 6th. He's carrying a 1 second penalty now. So that damage really is affecting how that Mazda handles. Chris with damage to the front, he's in 5th. We've got Johnny in 4th. He's not got any damage on his car, so he should be okay as long as he can stay out of trouble. Good looking car as well, some nice livery on Johnny's car, so whoever did the liveries, well done. As Corky just approaches the penalty zone to serve his 1 second. So there you go, brakes on, penalty served, and he can get his foot down on the noisy pedal and try and catch up to the rest of the group now. Carlsberg still in 3rd, having a great race is Carlsberg. He'll be pleased with a P3 at the minute. All on his own though, which I'm sure he doesn't mind. Same with Froxy Dev and Matty Cake, who well, would be forgiven thinking he's the only car on the track. He's not seen anybody for ages, has he? Matty Cake, I think he made it from 10th to 1st in a matter of 2 laps or something like that. So totally dominated these 2 races as Matty Cake. As we say, Froxy in 2nd, Carlsberg in 3rd, Johnny in 4th. He's got Chris chasing him down, so this is where all the fighting is taking place still. And this little group of guys have just been at it from lap 1, and they're still doing it now as Corky and Racing Sim get a bit friendly there. A little bit of a touch at the back, and again Racing Sim just giving Corky a little pet there, just to let him know that he's behind him. I'm sure Corky's well aware that he's behind him, as they all try and pick up the slipstream of the car in front. The only one not getting slipstream at the minute is Johnny, as he's providing it. So down into the chicane they go. Oh, and another little bit of a touch from Chris, trying to slow the car down, but Johnny manages to hold on to it. Great car control from Johnny. But now Chris moves to the inside as they go through turn 12 across the line then to start lap 14. This will be the final lap for these guys as they all go across the line, side across. Apex Wolf just coming up to the chicane now. Yeah, he'll get another lap in as well. Change of livery as well, I think, for some of these guys. I'm sure that maybe it was just a stock livery, but now he's got his proper livery on. Not that we can see it, it's so bloody dark. So final lap then for all of these guys as Matty Cake makes his way down the back straight towards the chicane for the final time, and soon to be his 2nd victory of the day. Made it look very easy, hasn't he? He's missed all the fun though, and he won't be able to join in the chat afterwards in the bar as the guys all talk about what was happening. But Matty Cake across the line, well done to him. Great win from Matty Cake. Froxy Dev around turn 12 for the final time and across the line. He'll be pleased with P2. Great drive from Froxy Dev. Carlsberg, come on Carlsberg. P3 for Carlsberg, brilliant racing from him. And then Chris is going to make it across the line, is he, for P4? Yes he is. So Chris in P4 as Racing Sim and Corky, well, they basically push each other across the line, but Racing Sim comes in 5th, Corky gets 6th. Johnny is looking good for 7. Oh, Sai just overcooks it, so Johnny gets 7th, Sai gets 8th, Apex gets 9th, and we don't know where the 10th one went. Wow, 2 fantastic races from the Tyre Shredders. And well, I can't wait for next week. I'm not sure where we are, but who cares? If it's anything like this, we are in for a treat. So hopefully you can join me then. In the meantime, take care, and I shall catch you all later.